Hello, this is Wmpyr here to talk about a little bit about the show, reality TV show 60 Days In. Man, from the moment I saw this season one, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. It was so entertaining and it was so fascinating. Very, very fascinating. So, the main reason why these people are doing this show is supposed to be so that these people volunteer to become undercover inmates. Okay, and it's supposed to be to help the prison system, to help improve it. You know, they're supposed to expose what's wrong with it. And there are some volunteers going in that you could tell they believe in that, and they're trying to accomplish that mission to try to expose the things that are, you know, that are not right, that could be improved, and things like that. While there's other people that you could tell they're there just to get TV time. They want to be TV stars, you know, and everything in between. Some people may have relatives that are incarcerated, so they wanna know what it's like, what they're going through. Other people were like, well, this I could have been locked up in the past, so I want to see what if that had happened to me, how that could have affected me, and then there's other people that they just want to test themselves. They want to see how tough they are. But anyway, season let me see. Season one was amazing. This is what started it, and then I believe it was season four. Season four was blew me away. Like I said, um season one was amazing. Season four for me took it to a whole nother level. Yeah, it was wild. And then season five went even on another level. And now I'm working on season six, which looks even crazier. So yeah, this is amazing show. Anyway, what I want to talk about here, of course, is martial arts related. So there's fights that happen in this show. And I'm not talking about the fights where multiple people gang up on one person, because that does happen and they show it. But what I want to talk about is the one where it goes one on one, and it's like a challenge match. They call it the Thunderdome, and you basically, if you have problems with somebody, you both walk in there into one of the rooms that doesn't have a camera, and they just go at it. And no one says anything, so nobody gets in trouble. It's just a fight, one-on-one fight, and no one says anything, kind of thing. That's kind of like what I'm interested in talking about. Okay, so if I had to be in that situation, how would I fight? And when I watched the show and I watched people do it, I said to myself, that's not what I just noticed myself going, that's not what I would do. And why? Okay, so first of all, what's happening there? What's happening there is they're brawling. Obviously, they're slugging it out. That's what you see. Okay, and for me, so in one of the seasons, season five, season four, no, season four, I think Matt was a guy who was an MMA trainer. He was in there, and you can tell he had MMA training. And so, watching those fights happen, I'm like, is that the right skill set for this situation? And my answer was no. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Would it help to have MMA training for these fights? Absolutely, of course, without a doubt, you're going to be formidable for sure. But these fights, the way they fight in the Thunderdome is different. It's almost like it is its own sport. So you have like the full contact karate that is hosted by Boss Rutan and the GSP, the World Karate Championship. That is its own sport. MMA is its own sport. Uh, Sambo, wrestling, sumo wrestling. Those are all different. Boxing, it's bare knuckle boxing. Those are all different from each other. And to be successful in one doesn't mean you're going to be successful in the other. No. It's a totally different animal from each other, apples and oranges. So for 60 days in, I was thinking to myself, what if it's not if not MMA, what do you need to be successful in this kind of fight? And my answer was not even a style. It was an individual. I said, Kimbo Slice. To me, Kimbo Slice is what would be successful in these fights. He would be pod boss without a doubt, and he would be undefeated in all of these fights. To me, so that is the skill set. That is how big you got to be. That's how you got to look. All of that. Kimbo Slice is like the textbook picture to me. Now I look at myself, and I am never going to be a Kimbo Slice. My body ain't like that. I'm not going to be able to fight like that. It's just not possible for me. Okay, so it doesn't make sense for me to brawl because I cannot brawl. I'm not built for that. Yes, I have some MMA training. Yes, I have some Muay Thai kickboxing, boxing. You name it. I've done a little bit of it probably, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll be the first to tell you. So in this kind of fight, to be successful for me is to not brawl. Therefore, I wouldn't brawl with these people because that's what they're trying to do to me. They're trying to brawl. But if I do that, then I'm playing their game and they're going to be better at it. And same with the shit talking that they do at the beginning. Where they call each other out and there's a lot of emotions flaring and they go back and forth. If I start doing that, I'm opening myself up for a sucker punch. I'm opening myself up to be intimidated. I'm not good at that. So I can't play any of that. For me, it's just better to be direct and go, hey, you and me, let's go into the room right now. Let's Thunderdome right now. Are you going to chicken shit or are you going to do it? And then the moment we step in, I just do it. For me, I would go right away. And the way that I would do it is, like I said, I'm not here to brawl because I'm going to lose at that. I'm here to clinch. That would be my game, is to clinch. And there's two ways that I would clinch. Number one is I see them swinging from, a mile away. But those hit hard. They're throwing big bombs, okay? And they're young and they're fit or they're used to street fighting. They can handle the adrenaline dump. They can handle all of that. Okay. So for me, I would just cover up. And then from there, immediately go into the clinch because I don't want to just keep taking those bombs. So I would probably take one or two of those bombs in the beginning. I would cover up just so I could get into the clinch. Because if I don't cover up, I'm going to get knocked out. I'm going to get rocked. So I need to cover up. That's number one. That's one way to go in. Number two, the second way is for me is immediately, like if they're like, are you going to make the first move or what? Like they're doing, they're trying to go chest to chest, that kind of thing. Then I would immediately jam their arms, jam their hands, okay? Because if I don't, I could get sucker punched. So I need to stop that, and I need to watch out for the headbutt, and I need to watch out for the knee to the balls. And other than that, I'll be fine. We're going to be in the clinch. Okay, and yes, there's elbows, there's shoulder bumps, there's all that stuff. But once I'm in the clinch, okay, I'm going to have a lot more control that way, and that's where I would fight. I would pick my shots, and I would fight from there. Okay, so just saying that's how I would handle it. So anyway, thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.